Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the financial secrets companies, try to hide in their documents and see if they were actually honest about it. Today we're looking at Maplebear Inc, and let's just say there's a change of the guard happening with their top leadership. So this is a current report, a Form 8K, which basically means something important happened and the company has to tell the public about it right away. Think of it like a company's breaking news alert to the stock market. We're here to figure out what that news really means for investors and for the company's future. Maplebear is known for its common stock trading under the ticker symbol CART on the Nasdaq. It's a Delaware incorporated company, which is pretty standard for many businesses in the US, and they've got a federal tax ID too. Nothing too unusual here on the surface, but it's the details within that tell the real story. The big news here is about changes in their leadership. On August 11th, the company's board of directors, which is basically the group of people in charge of overseeing the company, decided to shake things up a bit. They listened to their nominating and corporate governance committee, which is a fancy way of saying the committee that finds and recommends new directors. They decided to add a new person to the board, Josh Silverman, and he's going to be a Class I director. This means he's joining their director team. Now, this appointment isn't effective immediately. It's actually going to happen on August 15th, which they're calling the effective date. His term as a director will run until their annual meeting in 2027, or until a replacement is chosen, or if he leaves earlier. Now, it's important to note that as far as the company is telling us, there's no special deal or agreement between Mr. Silverman and Maplebear or anyone else that led to him being chosen. And there are no past or present business dealings between him and the company that they are required to disclose under special rules meant to prevent conflicts of interest. This is good to hear, as it suggests a clean slate for his appointment. For his work on the board, Mr. Silverman will be paid according to the company's standard policy for directors who aren't full-time employees. We can find the details of that policy in another document they filed, specifically on February 28th of this year. He's also signed their usual agreement to protect him from certain liabilities, which is also a standard practice. But that's not all. There's also a significant change in the executive suite. Chris Rogers is officially taking over as the Chief Executive Officer, or CEO, and the president of the company. This leadership change had been announced before, but it officially kicks in on the same day Mr. Silverman joins the board, August 15th. But of course, this change means that Fujisimo is stepping down from her roles as CEO and president. She had already told everyone about this back in May. However, even though she's leaving those day-to-day executive roles, she will continue to serve as the chair of the board, meaning she'll still be a key figure in guiding the company's overall strategy. To go along with all this, they've also attached a press release, dated also August 15th, that announces Mr. Silverman joining the board. This is pretty standard. Companies often issue press releases to get the word out about important changes like this. They want to make sure investors and the public are informed. The filing also lists its exhibits, which are like the supporting documents. Exhibit 99.1 is that press release we just mentioned, and then there's Exhibit 10.4, all used for electronic filings. And finally, the report is signed off by Emily Reuter, the Chief Financial Officer, on August 15th. This confirms that the company is officially filing this report, making these leadership changes public. Now let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. Maplebear is seeing a significant shift in its top leadership. With Chris Rogers stepping into the CEO role, the company is likely signaling a new direction or a renewed focus on certain strategies. Fujisimo remaining as chair of the board, however, suggests a desire for continuity and strategic oversight, leveraging her experience even as she steps back from daily operations. The addition of Josh Silverman to the board also brings new perspectives, and how he contributes will be key to watch. When a company changes its top leadership, especially its CEO, it often means a shift in strategy. We need to see what Mr. Rogers' vision for Maplebear is. Will he continue with the current path, or will he make bold changes? The fact that Ms. Simo remains as chair is interesting. It could mean she's still a driving force behind the company's long-term goals, or it could be a move to ensure a smooth transition. One key thing for investors is to understand the background of these individuals. What experience do Chris Rogers and Josh Silverman bring? How does their track record align with Maplebear's business goals, which, if you recall, focuses on online marketplaces and shopping? We'll be looking closely at future earnings reports and company announcements to see how these leadership changes translate into performance and strategy. Assessing Maplebear's direction, the leadership transition appears well managed, with experience transitioning and new talent being brought in. A potential risk is always the adjustment period that comes with new leadership, but CMO's continued board presence mitigates this. An opportunity lies in leveraging the fresh perspectives of Rogers and Silverman to drive innovation and growth in the competitive e-commerce landscape. Overall, Maplebear Inc.'s latest filing signals a planned and phased transition in its executive leadership. While the appointment of Josh Silverman to the board is a standard governance move, the CEO transition from Fiji CMO to Chris Rogers is the headline here. CMO's continued role as chair suggests a commitment to stability during this change. What's your take on these leadership changes at Maplebear? Do you think Chris Rogers is the right person to lead the company forward? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more in-depth financial analysis. And don't forget to join our Discord community for even more insights and discussions. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next decoding.